So I just wanted to show what's happened between the male and the female with the fry in the tank. As you can see, that's the female down there. I've just chucked some food in. I've just come in literally now, and I've put the lights on that timer. It's in cheap Fluval Aqua Skies. I've got 3 of them in now. But before I just used to turn them on and off when I come out, but I don't want to just keep putting them on bright and all that with the fry and all that. But so basically, yeah, I've got them so they ramp up from early. So they're only on about 5 hours a day, and then they start going down gradually of an evening. But so yeah, I don't want to whack them on full just for the video. But yeah, what I wanted to show is normally it's the male who's literally runs the tank, but as you can see, he's sitting between those 2 big bits of bogwood at the minute, looking all sheepish because she won't let him into this half of the tank. I even just dropped pellets in now for her, and I've got the fry food that I'll drop in at the same time. Like I said in the other video, I don't normally feed the fry, I just drop pellets in, and what comes out of their gills from the parents is what they eat. But because I've had orders for these, I want to make sure they get a pack on some size quickly. But normally the male, they both sit there and defend the fry for a while until I do another cold water change. Then the male wants to spawn again, so he'll iron out the fry and then start forcing her to breed again. But this time she ain't having it. As I said, it's the first time that they've spawned since the silver dollars were introduced to the tank, and now they're gone. Yeah, that's what she's feeding them now. Chews up the pellets and spits them out. So I don't know why that's doing that. It's not the lights in the tank, it's something to do with the camera on the phone, but yeah, she won't let him nowhere near her at the minute. And even when I dropped pellets in, he tried to come over to that end to get some, and she chased him away. He didn't even get none. I've had to chuck some up that end of the tank. But normally what used to happen is because I've got an external filter coming out just above where that pump is there. Yeah, I don't know what that is there, why it's doing that. But yeah, I've got, so you can see the intake at the bottom there. There's a output just above where that pump is. So you can see all the food that goes in for the fry. It's like really crushed fine flakes, but high in fat and protein. But yeah, there's a return, as you can see it pushing the water there. And then up there at the minute, the only thing going at the minute up there is the other external filter, because I've got a couple of wave makers up there and that, but I've turned them off because the fry ain't too happy with them. But I like to have as much surface agitation in the tank as possible, but like I was saying, it's not great with the fry, and it makes it hard for them to find the food as well, because after it settles they sit there picking it off the sand. But there is some flow as well coming from that. Although it's an old Aquaclear 4000, it's actually new. It was the date on it is I think it's 1992, but it come from my fish club. I don't know what that is. It's something to do with the camera focusing, or some issue with it anyway. But yeah, you've got the return that coming out there, going through the hydro stream, the water purifier, and then you've got yeah, as you can see it pushing the food around there. But yeah, that's the only current I've got in the tank at the minute, and it's still alright. I mean, you can see it causing enough surface agitation, but I like to have a lot of flow in the tank. I think the flow is just as important as the filtration. I mean, it's all one and the same really, because the more surface agitation there is, the more aerobic bacteria you have. So yeah, but yeah, he's literally been forced to live down here. I mean, this is normally her, and that pipe there is the one that she normally hides in from him. Yeah, I've got to get another phone. This Samsung Galaxy, I think it's like 40, what is it, 44, 48 megapixel camera, and it is terrible. But the last iPhone I had was the iPhone 8. No, sorry, I had an iPhone 6, I lost that, I had that for years. Then I got an iPhone 8, and then I had some problems with it, so I only had that for about a week. That had a proper good camera on it though. I got rid of that, and now I've got this one. But I'm probably just going to get. I'm not going to spend the silly money on like the latest iPhone. I'll probably get like an iPhone X or something like that. I'm not really that into technology, to be fair. You know what I mean? My thing is more. I collect watches, so rather than spend like £1,000 on a phone, I'd rather put that towards like a second-hand Rolex or Cartier. Or at the minute, I'm trying to get a Omega Seamaster, the divers one, because I haven't got any sports watches. All mine are dress watches, two-tone gold and stainless, Cartier and Rolexes. But yeah, and clothes is another thing for me as well. I'm a bit like of a sucker when it comes to clothes. I ended up buying these today, which are, I know people in the tanks ain't interested in this, but oh shit, you can't see them anyway. Called Versace Chain Reactions. But yeah, at the minute, there's not really much to spend your money on. You can't go out nowhere. You can't really, you know what I mean, do anything. So I'm normally just sitting indoors online ordering stuff. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there quick. But also for the person who's having the fry, I'm keeping them updated on how they're going. So these will be in a few shops soon, because the person who's taking this, like the 80, deals with 2 or 3 different shops. So yeah, these will be going. My aim is to try and get the price of fish down in the hobby, and I'm not saying that they should go for like pennies, because otherwise it's not going to be worth it for the people that go and catch them and export them to England and all that. But what I mean is, when you've got fish that are captive bred in this country, yeah, from hobbyists like myself, who then try and charge like £15-20 a pop for the fry to the shops, all it does is it puts the shops off having them, because they can't then mark them up for ridiculous amounts, especially with fish like this. So imagine you buy 10 to hopefully get a pair. With things like bean eye, you're going to be lucky if half of them don't kill the rest. Yeah, so it's going to cost you, like, what they're asking for these in the shops are £35 each for like literally glorified fry that are like 2 inch or inch and a half, 2 inch. So that was the thing with the shops. I said, I'll give them to you for a lot cheaper if you put them out for cheaper. You know what I mean? So even if they put them out then for £15 each, yeah, and they're getting them for me at £5 each, and do you know what it is? I don't even do that. I'll let them go for less than that. All I tell them is, this is what I need. Yeah, it's normally food, yeah, pellets, dry food, stuff like that, and sometimes filter media, but I've got tons at the minute, or like cartridges for the Hydra streams or whatever, and then and you arrange the courier to come and get them, and then you can have them. I'm not fussed. I don't do it for money. I do it because I enjoy breeding them. But yeah, I've got this. I've also got a tub at the minute with some Cubans growing out. Oh, sorry, I've got a little tank with Cubans in at the minute, but I've got a tub with Islam fry in it. They're growing out as well. So they're quite a bit bigger than these, though. They're coming up to about 1 inch now. So yeah, they're going to be going out. I've got some lions that I'm going to be picking up as well. So I'll be putting some fry of them out soon. But I just think make the arrangements with the fella yet to go and pick them up. Well, we did a couple of weeks back, but he was busy that time. At the time before, I was sorting something out, so it just ain't happened yet. But it's someone he's like a pal anyway. He's not just like, well, I've known him through the fish, but you know what I mean. I've known him for ages. But so yeah, I've just got to sort it out with him. But yeah, when we deal with each other, we don't, you know what I mean, start tearing the arse out of things and thinking that our fish are made out of pure gold or something. So leave that for the weirdos. But yeah, that was it, just a little update. So I'm actually really glad that she's actually proper standing up for herself this time, because normally she gets bullied to hide in her pot. He then starts eating all the fry and wants to spawn again. So there are 2 options: either not give them a water change. I mean, I had to do one yesterday, but what I've done was I heated the water up. Well, I don't normally do that. I normally just drop cold water straight into the tank, where I only do like 20%, 25% maximum. It only drops the temperature a couple of degrees, and because you're pouring it in bit by bit, it's not like a instant shock to them. It gradually goes up. So that's the beauty with having things like 8-foot tanks, because you can actually add a fair amount of it without it affecting the parameters too much. So yeah, happy with that. Cheers.